So I headed out to Hyehwa station, and I really love this area. There are a lot of restaurants and cafes and shops and just different things to look at. So I took a walk and I ended up having lunch at a very inexpensive restaurant. It's called the Noodle Tree Restaurant. I think you would enjoy it. And then across the street, I came across this beautiful structure with a nice colored pathway. And I was headed over to Ihwa Mural Village, which is one of my favorite places in Seoul. It is very quirky. There are a lot of murals and artwork. So on my walk there, there are a lot of further shops, and it's a nice little pathway, walkway. It was a fairly quiet day. I had been there a couple of nights prior to that, I think it was, and I will also be uploading that particular video. And so on my way up to the Mural Village, you come across a lot of steps, and yeah, it could get pretty exhausting. For me, it certainly was. I'm starting to get readjusted to walking. So on this particular day, it was a little bit different than the time prior, which was the 2 days before, or maybe a couple of days before. But the couple of days before, I videotaped with my phone camera and with my professional camera. It was my first time actually videotaping with it, so it was a little bit of a struggle. And so I'm doing this. So I decided to go back to just do it with the pro camera, which is a little bit different than doing it with the phone camera. And I decided to remain relatively quiet throughout, which was a bit difficult for me. And I think I'm probably going to revert to doing live, what's the word that I'm looking for? Commentary. It's my personality. I'm a talker, and so this one's probably going to be my first and my last one, where I don't particularly, where I don't talk throughout. There was a couple times that I did make some comments, but overall, you can hear nature, but at times you can hear people in the background. And but I do like to do commentary. That's just like I said, it's my nature, it's my personality. So as you can see, there are a lot of beautiful artwork. Who does it, I do not know. I don't know if it's the owners of the particular establishments, or if they just have an artist that, well, obviously the styles are quite different in different locations, but it could be like different artists, or could be the owner of the shop that decides to do some artwork. So yeah, this was a really nice day. The time prior, it was sunny, so it was a little more humid. Although here in Korea, whether it's sunny or not, the summertime is pretty humid. I decided to walk up to the pigeons. I wasn't very nice. I just kind of wanted to catch them up in the air, and yeah, so they did good. And the first time that I went, I had no idea who this person was, Super Sun number 7, which I made a comment on, and you'll be seeing that video as well. And since then, I've read somewhere some article that I think he was a player like in the UK or something, and I think he's coming back to Korea. I don't really recall. So the first time I went up these steps, and actually the first time, a couple of days prior, but this time around, but I'd been there before quite a few years ago. And I decided, no. I found a different path, and I like this pathway better. And so I went up in this direction, and it's just so much easier than going up the steps. Although it is a little bit of a steep hill, and not having steps, of course, it makes it a little bit more difficult. And here you can see Namsan Tower in the background, and I do have an old video with my friend Julie. We went for a walk, and I think you would enjoy that. So just scroll through my videos and you will see that. So I went up, and as I was going up, there was a car coming up and a truck coming down. So of course the truck is a lot bigger, so the car had to back up because you can't fit two cars in this area. So the car backed up, and the truck squeezed their way through, and I was walking on the side. Well, actually I stood on the side when the truck was coming through. This is where I was standing, and there was plenty of room for this big truck to go by. So when I was standing here looking at the flowers, the person in the car starts honking at me, and I was thinking, like, why are you honking at me? The truck didn't honk at me, like, there's plenty of room. If the truck could go around me without honking at me, and I'm standing on the side of the road, surely you can go by me without honking at me as well. So yeah, a little bit of my Gomez came out. And so there are a lot of pretty flowers, and these are my brother Jerry's favorite flowers, which I commented on my first video, which I will be posting. Every time I see those flowers, the 4 o'clocks, I think about him. And so basically this time I'm going up another direction versus the other time I came down. So I'm just going up, and it's just really nice. I really like it. Like I said, it's very quirky. It's really just fun. It's like a fun location, and you do see a lot of tourists here. I came across quite a bit of tourists, foreigners. Some of them did seem like they were, I did come across a couple of ladies. They seemed like they were Korean. Well, they were Korean because I greeted them. And but it looked like it was their first time there. So but of course the foreigners, the same thing. It could be that, well, like me, I'm a foreigner, but this is my third time here, my second time around this time. So it could be that they live here and they're just happening to go there, or they could be foreigners that are there for the first time. I don't know. So yeah, it's like a really nice area. I really like it, and I think you would enjoy it too. I did go, I edited this part out, but I went in the back, and here to the right, there's some steps, and I tripped over my shoes because they're very flat, and they're platforms, and they're flat. And a lady walking her dog, she went around the other side of the pathway. Like, she saw me fall because I was trying to balance myself with my I started tripping with my right foot, then I started balancing with my left, and then I ended up falling. And yeah, I dropped everything, and yeah, she just went around me. But I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna say anything further. And I love golfing, so I like that. And the hydrangea is so beautiful to me. I have a lot of floral pictures at my website, lovelyviolet.com. And it is linked on my YouTube channel. And as you can see, there's just a lot of really nice murals and paintings, and it's just really pretty. Like I said, very quaint. I think that word, although it's the third time that I think I've mentioned it, it's, I think, a very it's the perfect descriptive word, perfect adjective for this area. And they have this little park-like area with some benches, but they have it fenced in, which is really rather like sad because you can't really see out very well, and perhaps they've had accidents in the past, and hence the fence. And it was like that 6 years ago, but it doesn't seem like much people enjoy it because you're just kind of enclosed. And so yeah, I had a really nice time. And I'll definitely be going back. So like I said, in this one I didn't do much commentary in watching the video. That's just really not my personality. Here with this mural, it was really cute. So there was these people to the left right here, a family, and I started talking with them, and we talked for about 5 minutes. They don't speak English, and with my little Korean, you know, we were able to talk. And then as I was going back, I saw the mural of them, and so I was really excited. So I went back and I said, "Oh, I love your mural," and so they were really happy, and so it was really nice. I would have loved to have taken professional pictures of them, but I didn't really know how to address that. So I thought, oh, you know, if I go back, I'll be able to maybe ask them if they'd like some pro pictures. And yeah, I loved this one here. It's so pretty. It just looks like stained glass. It reminds me a little bit of the Beauty and the Beast. And so this was actually my first time going down. I had never come up on this this pathway here, so it was my first time going down, and it was really pretty, and I actually like it better. I like it a lot better than the other two, because one of them has a ton of steps and it's excruciatingly tiresome, and then the other one is the flat one where I came across the cars, and that was a little bit hard to traverse, only because there are no steps. So this one has some steps, but they're not, they have a lot of, I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but it has some, there's a particular word, but I can't think of it. So it's not just steps all the way, you know, you get a little bit of respite with some flat surface. That's not what I'm thinking. I can't think of what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm more tired than I thought I was. And so eventually I went down, and in the first video you'll see there's a cat to the right or to the left of this cat, and it looked like it was dead, but I wasn't sure what it was. Well, this time as I was going up, there was a moldy looking quote unquote creature, so I'm like, oh no. It was definitely a dead cat because it's moldy and they hadn't picked it up. So when I saw this cat, I said, oh no, are they killing the cats? You know, and it obviously moved its tail, so it was fine. I love that wall. I use a lot of backgrounds for my artwork, and so I'm definitely going to be using that. So this is going back down to Hyehwa station. And this is an Italian restaurant here, and I didn't actually look at the menu, but perhaps next time I go I will definitely take a look at that. And so yeah, this one is called Mozart Cafe, and it was closed both times. This one I had seen it the first time around, and I thought it was just the cutest cafe. I went in and I absolutely loved it. I will definitely go back. The young lady was a sweetheart. She's really, really nice. Here in the States, I usually ask people for their name. I address them by their name. I thank them by their name. But Korean names for me are extremely difficult. If it's written, I can, you know, even in their Hangul, in their script, excuse me, I can read it. However, when they say it to me, it's like, they speak too fast for me, and it's a little bit hard because their names are not like common names. And she recommended this tea. Oh my goodness, it's so delicious. All those are chunky pieces of apple. I absolutely loved it. Of all the cafes I've ever been to, this one was definitely my favorite cafe, and I will be going back. And the cake was so yummy. It was like a cherry cheesecake chocolate cake something, but yeah, so she recommended it for me. I told her I wasn't picky, and I asked her what she liked the most, and this was it. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Don't forget to please like and subscribe. 안녕.